Most men wake up every morning thinking they're a high-value man, but most of them don't really know what that is. As we go through these 10 rules, we want you to listen to each one and determine whether or not you are or are not following this rule. Are you a man of high value, or are you not quite there yet? A high-value man is the epitome of masculinity, leadership, charm, and sophistication in society. He is a man of means and influence, loved by women, revered by men, and moves gallantly through the challenges of life with courage and pride. A high-value man is one who is making significant progress in every part of his life. Instead of succumbing to the hardships of life, he stays afloat and makes a name for himself. High-value men are not born, they're simply made. Luckily, you have the opportunity to sculpt yourself into the man you always meant to be. We all have parts of ourselves that can be better. We all have to start somewhere. Putting in the hours when it comes to self-improvement will never be a waste of time. It's the best investment you can ever make. Put simply, a high-value man is the version of ourselves that we strive to be in our dreams. When we were growing up, this was the prototypical man that we looked up to, the one every boy seeks to turn into as a man. To achieve this level of sophistication, there are a few rules that high-value men break to set themselves apart from the crowd. Number 1, a high-value man doesn't just take, he also gives. Adding value can come from a wide variety of sources such as personality, network, resources, knowledge, past life experience, and challenges that you've overcome from your past. High-value men share more, low-value men take more. At the center, the high-value man is confident enough in himself to own his value and share from a place of abundance, whereas a low-value man acts from a place of lacking, of scarcity, so he must take. The actions and behaviors of an abundant mind versus scarce mind are widely different. Abundance is attractive. Scarce is desperation and repulsive. High-value men know that they have real value to offer, so they don't hide in the shadows, but they share more. This makes them gain respect and value from the people around them. Number 2, men of high value do not need to ask anyone before doing anything. They are confident in their abilities and personal power. They do not need to play nice to anyone so that they can gain favor, and they pride themselves on being self-developed and self-made. A high-value man does not buckle when there is pressure, so he's not afraid to do what needs to be done. High-value men aren't afraid of criticism, so they don't need people to like what they do before they do it. They face the crowd head-on. The constant need to gain people's approval before doing something makes people weak, and a high-value man is aware of that. He doesn't want to look weak, so he dares to stand out and he separates himself from the crowd. This earns him respect and makes him more attractive to women. Number 3, he works towards his goals instead of asking for help. Nobody likes an aimless man. There is nothing less attractive on the planet than a man who has no idea where he's headed and numbs himself with materialism and the superficial pleasures of society. A high-value man is a wise thinker. He constantly has his future in view. He knows how to make the most of the time he has and doesn't waste it trying to ask people for help. He is a go-getter and he takes what he wants when he wants it. A high-value man already has a clear picture of how much he wants to be earning in a few years. He knows the kind of car he wants to buy and the house he wants to live in. And that's what sets him far apart from average men. Number 4, he never chases, he attracts. A high-value man doesn't chase things. He works hard to attract the things he wants in life by becoming the type of man who deserves those things. That goes for partners, career opportunities, and everything else in between. He becomes the best version of himself so that he attracts the best of everything. He is worth what he has and does not need luck to attract quality in his life. A high-value man understands if he wants something special, he must become someone special. If he wants a higher income, he must have higher income skills. If he wants a healthy and fit body, he must develop the habits and routine of a healthy man. Number 5, he is not aggressive, he's assertive. A man of high value is not a pushover or a people pleaser. He is the embodiment of masculine energy, and he does not give in to anger and frustration. He speaks up and advocates for what it is he wants and needs. However, a high value man knows the difference between being assertive like a grounded man and being aggressive like a whiny boy. He has confidence in his own beliefs, values, and thoughts. He directly states how he feels and what he wants without turning it into a fight. He is self-assured enough to stand up for himself without having to be forceful. Number 6, he has a growth mindset and not a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset does not allow for growth, and a high-value man seeks only to grow. A high-value man has a growth mindset and seeks to develop himself instead of believing in his talent alone. People with a fixed mindset believe their basic qualities, like their intelligence or talent, are simply fixed traits. They spend their time documenting their intelligence or talent instead of developing them. They also believe that talent alone creates success without effort. But men of high value believe that their most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Brains and talent are just a starting point. This view creates a love of learning and resilience that is vital for success. Number 7, he does not care what people think. A man of high value has high self-esteem and feels comfortable in his own skin. High self-esteem can be linked to better physical health and potential happiness. He never thinks negatively about himself and cuts off anything that will make him feel bad about himself. Even around women, he does not feel shy about expressing his feelings. He knows women are attracted to men of high value, but he makes an effort to capture her attention. Number 8, he is not too serious about things. It's a cliche for a reason. Women love men with a good sense of humor. A man of high value is fun and playful and is witty all at the same time. Being an overly serious goal seeker often pushes people away that you are hoping to attract. People care more about how you make them feel, not how much money you make or what you drive or what you wear. Nobody wants to spend their time around someone who takes life too seriously. Sure, it pays to be driven and care about the things that matter. A man of value knows how to balance work with pleasure in order to create time for the things and people that make life meaningful. Number 9, he does not crave attention. A man of high value is secure. He is open, loving, and trusting of his partner. He supports his partner through the ups and downs of a relationship, regardless of their shortcomings or problems. It should hardly come as a surprise that secure men tend to have longer-lasting relationships, better relationships with their parents as a child. Number 10, he is not satisfied with mediocrity. A man of high value is not satisfied with the ordinary life. He seeks to better himself at everything he does. He wants to be different and stand out from the rest of the herd. He is not comfortable with the path that society has labeled for him, and he will not follow it. Instead, he finds what makes him comfortable and follows that path, even if it means he faces criticism. When people begin to realize that he is better than them, they begin to admire his efforts and try to copy him. Molding yourself to become a man of high value does not happen in a day. Does not happen in a week. It takes time and effort. If you are successful in doing so, you can become a person of great notoriety in society. So it is something every man should strive to achieve.